Buratai reveals how the army has contributed to Nigeria's democratic process. The Nigerian army continues to achieve a lot in the fight against Boko Haram insurgency and other national threats. Nigerian army says through internal security operations it has contributed to the country's democratic process. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, reminded the soldiers of the sacrifices paid by its gallant troops. The Nigerian army says it has contributed immensely to the democratic process in the country through robust participation in peace support and internal security operations. It said that it contributed by consolidating, especially in the last 1 year, on the gains so far achieved in the fight against Boko Haram insurgency and other domestic threats. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, made the remarks on Friday at a news conference to begin the 2017 Nigerian Army Day celebration, NADSEL, which holds on every July 6. The army, which came into being in 1863, is now 154 years old. Christopher Gemitola, the Chief of Policy and Plans, Buratai said that the 2017 event was organized to sustain the rich history, traditions and values of the army. The theme of the celebration is sustaining the successes of the Nigerian army in tackling contemporary and emerging security challenges. This theme was deliberately chosen to reflect on the successes recorded by the Nigerian army in the fight against insurgency in the northeast and other forms of criminalities across the nation. The liberation of all parts of the country hitherto claimed by the Boko Haram terrorists and the eventual collapse of the once dreaded Sambisa forest are clear testimonies to this fact, Buratai said. He said the annual event was an opportunity for the army to take stock, assess its performances, interface with members of the public and set goals for the succeeding year. He recalled that on July 6, 1967, the first shot was fired at Garkum in the present-day Cross River, which commenced the unfortunate 30-month-long Nigerian Civil War. The army chief said that NADSEL constantly reminded the army of the supreme sacrifices paid by its gallant troops, as well as to showcase its contributions in keeping Nigeria united and indivisible country. The celebration is also aimed at protecting the Nigerian army as an instrument of national unity, integration and development, as well as highlighting the achievements, capabilities and positive image of the Nigerian army. At a Jumu'at service to begin the event, Brigadier General Shim Mustafa, the Director of Army Islamic Affairs, called on religious leaders to contribute their quota in ensuring peace in the country. Mustafa urged them to prevail on their followers to exercise restraint in the practices of their belief and avoid extremism to reduce the incident of religious crisis. They must assist the army by preventing conflicts, he said, noting that religious extremism causes crisis. He also urged Nigerians of different faith to be tolerant of one another, while praying for the quick recovery of the president. At the service, the Chief of Army Staff, who was represented by Major General Alkali Amadu, the Chief of Administration, commended officers and men of the army for their resilience in the fight against insurgency. While urging them to be disciplined and subjective to constituted authorities, Buratai charged them to ensure that terrorists were totally defeated. Other activities lined up for the week-long celebration include sanitation, medical outreach and photo, arts exhibition. In a previous report by NH.com, Buratai on Thursday, June 29, insisted that Boko Haram insurgents have been totally decimated. The COS said the attacks being witnessed now was like the case of dying men trying to survive. He stated that the Nigerian army was leaving nothing to chance in the war against terrorism in the country.